Hello, welcome to another video, microtonal guitar. So in this video I'm going to look at a few different ways, or 4 different pedals for creating drones and ambient sounds. So I've done demos on all these pedals separately to some extent. And for this video, like I said, we're going to go over some different ways of creating drones and introduce you to different sounds and stuff, and hopefully help you to make a decision if you're choosing one of these pedals, which would be better for your needs. So we're going to start out with the SuperEgo. We're going to start out in this auto mode, and in this mode what it does is it builds on top of itself, okay? So I've got the dry sound all the way off, so when I hit the freeze you're not going to hear any sound really, and then as I start to add more sounds in, they're going to fade into each other and start to create a sustained, you know, kind of wall of sound. Let's turn the overlord on as well. So that one's really good for just creating, you know, something you want to build on top of and have it sustain that indefinitely. You know, you could turn it off, it fades out. And this also, of course, gives you the option of adding effects. So we've got that turned on with the pitch. Here, let me show you the dry sound. So, in fact, we're going to leave the dry sound. So you could hear it with, if I go into the effects mode, that's what my sound is. Okay, so now we're going to go into the latch mode. So here we're going to freeze one note, and then we'll be able to play over the top of it. And it'll freeze it with whatever effect is on. Okay, so that's the SuperEgo. Just gonna put this one back into the auto mode, because at the end I want to kind of show how we combine them together. So the next one, let's look at the looper now, or I'm sorry, the Grand Canyon. I'm gonna turn on tails, some ping pong delay. I've got that in the echo setting. I've got the feedback all the way up, which is gonna control the how long it extends out. So if you have it all the way up, after I disengage the on position, or the, you know, having it being on or off, if I turn it off with it all the way up on feedback, then it'll indefinitely sustain whatever it has in it. And by turning the delay down on this echo setting, we get a really short, kind of like a strong reverb. Whoop. So here we get this kind of reverberating. So now I've got that, and I could play over that if I want to. Different from the SuperEgo and this, of how that one works when you play something over it. Of course, it doesn't have some of the other stuff from the SuperEgo. So let's look at now if we use the built-in looper. So I just deleted what was on there. So now I'm going to record something off of the looper, and I could, if I push both of these, I have the looper plus the delay. So let's go into, let's just add a loop. Let's add the shimmer sound here. So now I'm going to create a loop with the EBow. Okay. So now it'll play that. And again, I could go into different settings now. It'll play the delay that. Okay, that one, I forget, I'm sure that has an overdub mode. I usually don't, I haven't used the looper on that much, but I'll show you how the overdub mode works on the 1440 looper. I think that one has a overdub mode. Well, I'm at the end, I'm gonna do a jam and kind of let it freeze for a while, and I've got the booklet right in front of me. I'll look that up real quick. So now let's check out the Oceans 12. So I'm gonna use my reverb B for my drone. So I'm gonna turn on tails. In reverb A, I've got it on. Let's turn that into the shimmer. And in reverb B, we've got it on room. And the way this one works is if I switch to the other reverb channel, or if I turn it off, it'll create the sustain or the infinite. So now it's gonna keep playing that, and I could play my second reverb over it. And now let's look at the looper. So here I'm gonna just do, gonna create a hold one pitch and then build on top of it. And then I'm gonna build some other stuff on top of that, just so you could hear them all together. And I'm gonna let that sustain out, and I'll look up real quick in the manual if that, how the overdub mode works in the regular, in the Grand Canyon's looper. So I'm gonna start out with the sorry, I gotta turn that up. So now we could add the second one. So if you watch that green middle, the green thing it says play, it'll flash when it starts at the beginning of the loop. So I'm just going to hold it through till it starts again, and then I'll add another pitch after that. So I'll usually let these play twice through, and that way it'll cover a single round. Let's add one more pitch in. Okay, so now I'm going to turn that off. So now there's our drone. And now let's build some stuff on top of it. So now we'll do the auto latch mode from the SuperEgo. I couldn't find that setting. I'm pretty sure there's a setting to put the Grand Canyon directly into overdub, but I couldn't find it. Without being directly able to go to overdub, it's really hard to get a good seamless drone. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this overview. Four different pedals to create infinite sustain in drones.